Hi, my name is Zach Anderson, and today I'm going to be going over coding problems 1.1 and 1.2. So before we begin, I just want to reiterate what the problem is and go over it to make sure that we know what to follow along with. So as it states here, assume S is a string of lowercase characters. Write a program that counts up the number of vowels contained in this string. Valid vowels consist of A, E, I, O, and U. So we are provided a string here, so please use S of all those letters for testing, and if all goes well, the program should print that the number of vowels found in said string is 5. So let's head over to Colab here, and we can see exactly what I ended up doing. So first, we set the string of S equal to the provided string that we had in the problem. After that, we set the integer of count equal to 0. This is the variable that's going to end up holding the total number of vowels that we end up finding in the string, and I will explain how in the loop below. So in order to do this, we first set a for loop, which is for iterating through this entire string. So the exact statement we use is for I and S, which is going to compare the index value of all of the letters in the string of S. If they are equal to any of these values that we set, so A, E, I, O, or U, then once that is satisfied, it is going to then activate our count plus equals 1. So every time that one of these conditions is met, where I is equal to A, E, I, or U, it's going to add 1 to our count variable until it reaches the end of the string. So after it iterates through all of the string, that should mean that our count variable should be the number of vowels we have total. And in order to find that out, we just come down here and do a simple print statement, which is going to be, number of vowels, and then to print that count, we use this statement here. So if we were to run this, boom, that gives us the number of vowels equal to 5. So works, all good. So now let's move on to question 1.2. So again, assume that S is a string of lowercase characters. Write a program that prints the number of times the string Bob occurs in S. Please use the same provided string for testing, and then if all goes well, we should print the number of times Bob occurs in 2. So instead of individual characters like the last one, this is focusing on substrings within a larger string. So it'll be slightly different, but similar thought process here. So to begin, we set string of S equal to the provided string, so AZ, blah, blah, blah. Similarly to above, we set our count variable initially to 0. And again, this is going to be what holds the number of times the substring Bob occurs in the main string. So in order to do this, we used another for loop. So this is going to help iterate through the entire string of S. And we use this -2 at the end to stop 2 characters before the end of the string. And this is only because excuse me. This is only because we want to ensure that the loop can stop 2 characters before the end of it. And we're checking for a substring length of 3. So if we start too close to the end, there just won't be enough characters to fulfill it. So that's why we're using the -2. So if we move down to this if statement, so this is going to check if the substring of length 3, which is BOB, so 3, starting at the index of I is going to be equal to what we need it to be. This will extract the substrings and compare it to this. If that condition is met, if the substring that we extract is equal to BOB, then that is going to then activate the count variable, and it will add 1. So it will do this for the duration of the length of string S. And then to find out how we did, we go down here to this print statement, where again, we just have a message before the statement to keep track of what we're doing. And then similarly to above, we have our count variable here in which we're printing. So if we were to run this, we would see that the number of times Bob occurs is 2. If we head back to the problem, that is in fact the number we were looking for. Thank you.